Hey, what is up everyone? So pretty exciting day, a brand new season of Sea of Thieves is here with Sea of Thieves Season 16 Reaper's Rule. And in this video, like we do with every monthly update, we're going to go through the patch notes and let you know everything that you need to know about this month's update. So this month's not only the release of Season 16, but it's also the release of Sea of Thieves on Battle.net, which we talked about a few weeks ago in another video. But really the main thing that you want to pay attention to with this release is that when you log into the game for Season 16, you'll get a new free sale called the Sales of Bonded Brawlers. So this is kind of similar to what they did last year for when PlayStation players got added, where it's just basically a cosmetic that everyone's getting so that, it's kind of to celebrate the release essentially. Moving on though to all the new gameplay stuff added for Season 16. So we have a brand new voyage. This is probably the biggest thing I would say for this season, which is the Search for Ancient Secrets voyage. This is an on-demand voyage for the Reaper's Bones, and this voyage will task you to uncover long-lost skeletons from the fabled Order of Bone and Blade and work with them to unearth the ancient sarcophagus while fighting against the ancient phantoms. So keep an eye out. Later on today I'll have another video that's going over that voyage, so that should be coming out relatively soon today. But let's move on to the next one, which is the Cannon of Rage. This is a new portable cannon that you can pick up and redeploy anywhere you want, and you can use it to fire shots just like a regular cannon, but as you shoot or as it takes damage, it will start generating heat just like the Chest of Rage, and it will need to be cooled down before or also overheat. I have another video I'll link here if you want to check that out that kind of goes more in depth about the Cannon of Rage, but let's move on to Skeleton Mercenaries. Now on island you'll be able to recover Order of Bone and Blade skeletons, which can now be used to help assist you while you're on the island. So they'll be able to do stuff like follow you around on the island, help fight for you, carry treasure, and even help you locate treasure too. So pretty cool stuff there. Next up we have with the Reaper chest. With the Reaper chest now being more high value in the game, both the Reaper chest and the Reaper bounty have now had increased gold and reputation added to them. So I'm really excited for that because I feel like the Reaper chest needed a little bit of a boost because it hasn't really been too relevant over the last few years. It used to be very sought over. Now it hasn't really been too much of a thing that people care about. I always see it just kind of sitting there and no one really cares to go get it because it's just such a hassle to grab it and take it all the way to Reaper's Hideout. So maybe this will make it a little bit more of a value to go and do that kind of stuff. There's tons of new Reaper Rising accommodations and rewards. You'll be able to find the accommodations inside the Reputation tab under the Build Rack accommodations. And for those wondering where all the cosmetics are for the Reaper's Bones, you have to go to the Reaper's Bones representative at Reaper's Hideout to see all the new Reaper's Bones weapons, clothing, and equipment set that will be unlocked through accommodations. Not everything is available at the release of the season though, they'll be released throughout the season. There's also new Skeleton Curse cosmetics if you have the Skeleton Curse, which you can go to the Bonesmith down in the Reaper's Lair to unlock some of these. Finally, the Outpost Shipwrights have two new trinkets for players, which is the Essence of Red Death and the Resurrection of Secret Ornaments. Moving on, we have some new Emissary Ledger rewards for the Guild Emissary Ledgers, which is the Forbidden Knowledge Painting, the Blade to the Bone Ornament, and the Guild of Elevated Evil title that you can get from progressing in the ledger for the guilds. Now, I don't see anything in addition for the Hunter's Call Emissary, which is a little bit weird. I was expecting the Hunter's Call to get some new Emissary Ledger cosmetics since they only have one round of stuff, which was what their initially came with, the two sales. So I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't mention any of that. Maybe it's just not in the pouch notes, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's coming later. A little bit of weird, but something I wanted to point out. Moving on, the Chest of Fortune is staying at the Fort of Fortune for this season at least. I have a feeling it's going to just start staying at the Fort of Fortune going forward. They don't seem to really be moving it. The only thing that they might move it to is if we get like a new world event for a season. But they're keeping it there at least for season 16. And this season now you can unlock the next grade of the Fortune's Favorite Commendation, which unlocks the Regal Fortune cannons, capstan, wheel, and flag. So some cool cosmetics for those of you that have been turning in Chest of Fortunes. We also have some new stuff for the Reaper's Riches Commendation, which is having you sell Reaper Chest or Reaper's Bounty. And this will unlock the Regal Fortune Blunderbuss, Eye of Reach, and Throwing Knives. The Outpost shops also got some new cosmetics, with the Outpost Weapons shop getting the Party Boat Throwing Knives, Double Barrel Pistol, Grapple Gun, and Blowpipe. So some new cosmetics for the newer type of weapons and stuff in the game. So always nice to see. And we also have all the Season 9 Legacy cosmetics, which are now in Outpost shops, including stuff like the Prosperous Privateer clothing set and the Legendary Bone Hunter jacket and spyglass. So some nice stuff there if you missed out on those Season 9 cosmetics. There's been some other updates as well, such as gameplay integrity improvements, improved GPU crash reporting, and then I think the one that I think is the most interesting and probably the most helpful, I guess, is the network connection indicator, which is kind of similar to like other games. Like I know it's in Fortnite, but other like online multiplayer games have like a little indicator that tells you if there is an issue with your network connection, whether it's unstable or you lost internet connection, that kind of stuff. So I always think that's useful. It's going to be nice to have that in the game, even though it kind of does ruin the HUD of everything, but you can disable it if you don't want to see it ever. But with that said, that covers everything you need to know about this month's Sea of Thieves update. I'm very excited to try out a lot of these new features, and I'll definitely have videos for a lot of this stuff. So keep an eye out for that if you aren't already subscribed. But if you like this video, it'd be great if you did leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.